Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome. In this video today, we're going to dive in and look at 4 successful Shopify stores. That way we can determine what we need to do when we're setting up our e-commerce store in order to be successful in the present. We're not talking about what worked 2 years ago. We're talking about what works right now. And guys, this is going to be the most valuable Shopify video you've ever seen because this is not going to be theory. We're going to dive in and spy on stores that are having success. And we're not necessarily just going to look for hot products. What we're going to look for, guys, is we're going to look for common themes. We're going to look for apps, and we're going to look at their advertising strategies. That way, when we're done with this video here today, we're going to understand exactly what we need to do in order to be successful with Shopify dropshipping. This is going to be a fantastic video. I'm super excited for you to watch it. In the description below, I'll post a bunch of helpful links. I'll also include a link where you can download a PDF that will have notes from this video. That way you can reference it and make sure you don't miss anything when you're setting up your brand new Shopify store or you're modifying your existing one. All right, let's jump into the computer here and take a look at these 4 successful Shopify dropshipping stores. All right, guys, what you're going to see here today is Shopify dropshipping is definitely not dead, and you can definitely still do this with AliExpress. You're going to see that all 4 of these stores that are proven successful stores are using AliExpress to do their dropshipping. Now, the reason I know that all of these stores are successful, there's a couple different reasons. For instance, this store, A Grand Find, the product that I saw a Facebook ad for on it was actually my Instagram newsfeed, had almost 2 million video views. So if we see an ad that has 2 million views, we know for a fact that, well, we know one of 2 things. Either they're extremely stupid and have a bunch of money to waste, or they have a successful ad. The second store we're going to look at is Easy and Genius. The reason I know this store is successful, guys, is because my wife's friend saw something in her feed and she purchased this for her kids. So they're selling a toy. The next video I saw is for this power washer. The reason I know this one is successful, guys, because this came through on my Instagram feed as well. It was a video that had over 500,000 views. So once again, either extremely stupid with a lot of money to burn, or we have a successful ad here. And the last store we're going to look at, Bello Mist. This is going to be a little bit different store. What this is going to prove to us is if you want to do clothing with AliExpress, you can still do it. And the reason I know this is successful, guys, is because my wife purchased stuff from this store. She was afraid to tell me, not because of the money, because she knew it was coming from China. And you know what? She didn't care. She saw something she wanted. She purchased it. This is one thing you have to understand. You're going to see a common theme from these 4 stores. They are all targeting basically the same demographic, mostly United States. And what they're doing is, if you kind of dig deep and read between the lines, you can see that they're kind of targeting the same type of people. Sometimes, a lot of cases, homeowners, people in their 30s and 40s, a lot of times people with children. And this is going to come into play towards the end of this video when I take you into my Facebook Ads Manager and show you how you should actually be targeting with your ads on Facebook in this day and age. Okay, there's a lot of information out there, and I'm just going to set you straight right now at the end of this video. But before we get to that point, let's dive into these stores and take a look at what we can see. That way we can uncover what we should be doing and what we should not be worrying about. The first thing I want to do is compare these 2 stores. If you can see some similarities here, okay? They are both general stores, and this is something I want to talk about right now. I don't like the idea of doing a single product store. I don't necessarily like the idea of doing a niche store, and I've said this before. I'll say this again. I'm going to stick to it. I think you should do a general store, but what you have to be is you have to be focused. And what I mean by that is what you want to imagine is someone coming to your store and having the ability to purchase everything on your store. Okay, meaning if you were targeting me, a 38-year-old male, I should be able to come to your store and look at everything I see and think, okay, cool, I could buy everything on that store, meaning it could have electronics. I have 2 kids, so it could have kids' toys. I have a wife, so it could be gifts for women. I like the outdoors, so it could be camping stuff. I have a dog, so it could be pet stuff. But what you're not going to want to have on here is stuff like cheap jewelry that's geared towards like teenage girls and 20-something girls. Because once again, guys, I'm 38 years old. If I'm going to buy my wife jewelry, if I buy her something cheap, I'm better off not buying her anything. So that's what you can see with both of these stores. They're kind of targeting the same person. Here's stuff for the home. Here's stuff for the pets. Here's stuff for outdoors. Here's electronics. and then random stuff as well, just like this. Here's health and beauty, here's baby and kids, here's the outdoors, here's pets, here's toys. Okay, so you can see stuff for the home, stuff for the kitchen. What they're doing is they're targeting probably 30 and 40-year-old parents who are maybe homeowners, because we are the people, and I say we because I'm in that demographic, we are the people that have the expendable income. We don't need to sweat a $20 purchase. Guys, when I was in college, if I saw something, Facebook wasn't really around when I was in college. I'm kind of dating myself. But if I was in college and I saw something that was 20 bucks, I had to think, do I need this? Do I want this? Now, guys, if I see something and I want it, if it's under 100 bucks, I don't really sweat it, okay? Because I'm more established. I just kind of purchase. It's done. I don't have to think about it. I'm not going to go out there and search high and low to find the best deal, because that's going to take more time. I just buy it. It's done. I don't have to worry about it. Okay. So the product that we saw here was under electronics, and it was this phone charger right here. And once again, guys, I saw this come through on my Instagram feed. It had almost 2 million views. I know this is successful. If we go over to AliExpress, you can see here's the exact same product, guys. It costs about $3. E-packets available once you choose where you want to ship from. E-packets available for $2.93. It may be more affordable from other sellers. Let's just choose the longest one here. And we can see this one on this particular supplier ships for $6.86. Guys, they're charging $19.99, so that's about a 4x markup. Not quite. Let's see if they're charging shipping here. Let's go ahead and pay with PayPal. That way, hopefully, it'll be quicker and we'll get to the shipping. Guys, there's my PayPal email address. If you want to PayPal me any money, feel free. And that's why it's important to have PayPal in your store, guys, because it just makes the transaction so much quicker. I don't have to type in all my information. So if I'm in a hurry, I'm out on the road, and I just want to get something purchased real quick, boom, done. Okay, so let's take a look at this checkout screen, and it's going to tell us a couple of different things here. First of all, yes, they're charging shipping. So once again, this is going to be shipped for $7. After they charge shipping, they're shipping it for about $24. So they're getting a little bit better than the 3 times markup. So they're making a good margin on this. Let's go ahead and find some other things that we can discover here. I see that they have their information right on their checkout page. That way you can get a hold of them. This is good. It reassures people that if anything goes wrong with the purchase, they know how to get a hold of this store. So that's great. They have additional reviews on the store or on the checkout page. That's good, because once again, that's social proof saying, hey, all right, this is okay. I can go ahead and purchase. This point, they're almost there. We almost have them on the hook for their money, but they haven't hit pay yet. So we just might want to put some additional reassurance on there. And they also have this priority insured shipping box available. And what this is you can click that. It's going to charge additional shipping. This might entice people to spend the extra money because they might think they're going to get it faster. I don't know if this is something you want to do or not, but that could give you an order bump of $4 just by offering that. All right, the next thing we want to do is go down and see if we can find any information about their Facebook page and see if we can discover any ads that they might be running. So we're just going to go ahead and click on that Facebook icon. You're not always going to see that when you're spying on a store, but sometimes it's going to be there. If there's not a link to their Facebook page, there's a live stream that I did. I think it was last week. I'll go ahead and link it in the description below if you want to check it out. I show you how you can find like Facebook pages that e-commerce stores are using to run ads using SimilarWeb. Anyways, that'll be in that live stream, so I'm not going to cover it again. But if you want to go ahead and check that out, go ahead and check that out after this video. All right, so we got over to their Facebook page. What you can do when you get over to their Facebook page and click on Info and Ads, and what this will do is this will show you any ads that they are currently running. And what you're going to see here is they are definitely running a lot of ads to this product. So once again, either they're really dumb and wasting a lot of money, or this is a successful product. So what we can see here is a couple of different things. And this is going to be a kind of a cool little trick. And I kind of stumbled across this by accident, but it's really neat. Now, one thing you can do if you're looking on their Facebook page and you check on their info and ads and you want to see all the ads that they're currently running. It's not going to show you ads that are stopped running, but anything they're currently running. If you click on this section right here, this will show you where they're targeting. And what I mean by that is if you click on this, you can see the different ads that they're running in different countries. So if you click on this and it only has United States and Canada, that means they're only running ads in the United States and Canada. If they have all these countries listed, then they're probably doing worldwide targeting. But here's something really interesting, and once again, I kind of stumbled across this by accident. So if we look at the ads that they're running in the United States, you can see that they're running this video ad, and we can watch it really quickly if you want. Go ahead and put the volume on. You can see it's just music with a video showing why this phone charger is better than the other charger, and it's going to have all the benefits listed in text over there. So super simple to do, super simple video ads to recreate. But you definitely want to, going forward, be using video ads because these are going to grab attention. But more importantly, what they're going to do is they're going to convey the benefits really quickly. A long form copy in the e-commerce game, not necessarily going to work. Stagnant pictures of products, not going to work anymore, guys. Sorry to say, but you're going to have to get into video ads. So anyway, so that's definitely the ads that they're running. But here's something that's really interesting. When I went to see, like, okay, that's weird. What ads are they running in Algeria? If I go ahead and click on this, I can discover something really interesting. Okay. Here's, in my opinion, and I'm just estimating, guys. I have no idea if there's a way to discover this for sure. But I'm seeing that the ads they're running to these, let's say, more obscure countries or countries with maybe less spending power are these image ads, okay? And I'm wondering, like, okay, this definitely offers 10% off today, and it just reminds people of the benefits of this charger, okay? This is kind of a cool ad. Let's see, what's that say? This is kind of a cool ad down here. Let me see which one is the best example. This is like a testimonial ad, so it kind of gives social proof. And once again, it's just simply showing this charger. There's an obscure picture of some girl behind it, and it says, cool, I grabbed 4 chargers for my family, and we love them. So what that is kind of reminding people that, hey, they saw this charger. And the point I'm getting at here is this is probably a retargeting ad. So they're doing one of two things. Either they're sending these retargeted ads to people who actually clicked on the original video ad, in my opinion, and went over to the store but did not purchase, or even people who maybe just watched like 50% of that video ad but didn't click on. And that's the important point to understand about using video ads in your e-commerce store. You don't have to just retarget people who make the click, because that's not going to be as many people as people who watch 50% of that video. If you watch 50% of that video talking about that charger, then that shows interest, not necessarily intent, but it shows interest. So you can retarget people based on, viewing 50% of the video, even if they don't click over to the store. So that's super important. So the point I'm getting at here is these ads are most likely retargeted ads, because if you click on, like I said, Algeria, you're not seeing those video ads. Well, let's go over and take a look here and just go, let's find Canada, and we'll click on Canada there. Not video ads. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll go back and we'll click on the United States again. Let's click on the United Kingdom while we're here. Okay, so no video ads. Let's go ahead and click back over to the United States. And of course, those video ads are showing up. So probably what they're doing is they're probably running these video ads first. Like, this is the initial ad. They're running this to essentially cold traffic. Sure, it might be targeted traffic, but it's going to be cold traffic, definitely not familiar with their brand. So they're probably just running that to the United States, but then they're retargeting worldwide, meaning, like, okay, say I watch this ad here and I think it's cool and I share it with my friend in Canada, or it starts to go viral or whatever, and people are seeing this in other countries. I can then retarget them, because retargeting is super cheap and you're going to get more sales that way, but you don't necessarily want to send these video ads to cold traffic in those other countries. So I think that's a really good strategy and something really cool. So again, if you want to learn more about this, you can just go over to the Grand Find Facebook page and check it out. And like I said, we're not necessarily doing this just to spy on this particular product, because products have a certain life cycle, it seems. But what we're trying to do is understand the why or behind it. You know what I mean? Not just what they're actually selling. All right, so we go back. Let's go back over to a Grand Find. Go back to that charger. The next thing I want to talk about is something that's kind of interesting. And once again, once you start looking at more stores, these are the weird things that kind of start popping up here. All right, the product that we had here was under trending toys. It was this right here. Once again, my wife's friend bought this for her kids. This Hydrojet, once again, I saw this on my Instagram feed, had a ton of views. And then Bellow Mist, once again, my wife purchased something. She actually purchased this sweater right here. It showed up. It wasn't too bad, actually. It's kind of cute. So, I mean, you can definitely do AliExpress. Let's go over and look at AliExpress right now. There it is, 12 bucks, and they're selling it for 36. Look, guys. Okay. Is that picture look familiar with that picture? Definitely. And this picture will be out there somewhere, even if it's not, even if on this supplier it's branded right there. Oops, I'll click on it. Somewhere on AliExpress, this picture is going to be without that image. So, you know, you don't want to steal images, but that's kind of a little trick there, okay? So obviously images from AliExpress are working just fine these days. But the point I want to make here is look at all these. Let's see if we're going to notice some similarities here. We got the Bellow Mist, we got Hydrojet, we got Easy Genius, and Lightning Bolt. Look at all these buy buttons are green. Now, if it was like 3 were green and 1 was red, or 2 were green, 1 was red, 1 was blue, I probably wouldn't put too much attention on that. However, the fact that all 4 buy buttons are green means to me, hey, I probably want to make my button green. Now, the other thing that's pretty interesting here is if we look at these 2 middle stores, and this is a free Chrome extension. It is Commerce Inspector. They do have a pro version. Commerce Inspector, though, if you just Google it, Commerce Inspector, Chrome extension, this will kind of give you information about the stores. And one thing we can see here, it's going to tell you the theme. And this is built on the Brooklyn theme, and this one, if we click on this one as well, we can see that it is also built on the Brooklyn theme. So 2 out of the 4 stores are custom themes, 2 out of the 4 stores are Brooklyn themes. So if I don't want to pay for a custom theme, then I'm probably just going to use the Brooklyn theme, because if you go over Brooklyn Shopify theme, what you're going to see here is this is a free theme. Now, what I would do is I would use the playful one here and start with this theme. And what you can do is, if you look at this, if we just go ahead and view demo, you're going to see that by default, the buy button on the product, let's just go ahead and pick up a product there, is going to be this purple here. But you can easily change it. Let's log into my demo Shopify store really quickly. And changing the color of your button is really simple. If you just click on your online store, guys, and you click on themes, go over to customize theme. Then you go under theme settings, you go to colors. This secondary button, it says outline because this theme that I'm using right now is just an outline, but it's essentially just the add to cart button. You can change it. You can make anything you want. And here's a little trick, guys. If you want to actually copy the color of something directly, so say for instance we want this exact green from this Hydro PowerJet store. If you go ahead and right click on it and go view page source, it's going to bring up the code for the page. And then all you do is, if you're on Mac, just go Command F, and if you're on PC, just go Control F. And this is going to be a find button, and then just put this in. Back in my day, this is the £. Nowadays, it's the hashtag. But what this is going to do is it's going to take you down to the hex color, and we can find that. And if you go ahead and copy that code, then if you go back to your Shopify store, you can actually put that code right in here, okay? And then paste that in there. And I did that because I did this earlier. And like, say for instance, if we weren't sure, but we pasted that code in there, we can see it takes us directly to the exact color it is. So we can save that. That way we can match it exactly if that's something that we want to do. That's just a little hack you learn, or after years and years of spying on people and trying to make money online and all that good stuff. All right, so we got the green buttons. We got all that stuff going. Let's find some more similarities. And the next thing I want to talk about is something super important that I'm seeing on these 2 stores here. And this is quantity breaks, okay? Guys, this is super important. And it only makes sense if it makes sense for your product line. For instance, if you're selling sweaters, really buy more and save is not going to work out well. But if you're selling something like phone chargers or toys or gadgets, you definitely want to be using quantity breaks. And what that is if it's, if you buy more and save, buy 2, get 10% off, buy 3, get 15% off, buy 4, get 20% off. Because what happens here is we used to talk a lot more about like in-cart upsells, related products. And I really don't think that's the best way going forward, because people are they want to buy, they want to get out, and they want to be done. But when someone says, hey, I want to buy this, the easiest thing to sell them is another one of these, because we've already established they want to buy it. Maybe they want to buy two. This has been very popular in the supplement business for years. Like if you buy protein powder online and then you go ahead and check out and they say, hey, do you want 3 more and save 15%? Sure, why not? I'm going to buy them eventually anyways. There's a good shelf life on there, so why not save some money? Okay, so quantity breaks are a huge factor that are going to increase your average order value. Now, the other thing that this Commerce Inspector does, if we're on this store, we go ahead and click on this button right here. We can go ahead and click on the apps section. And what this is going to do is this is going to show you the apps that are installed on the store. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this feature will show you all the apps installed. So even if it's installed and it's not working or not running, I guess I should say, it might still show up. But this can give you a good idea of what apps they're using. And so what we can see here is this app, or this particular store is using Quantity Breaks as their app. So if we just go ahead and click on that, we can see the exact Quantity Break app that they're using, and this will give us a pretty good idea of the ones we're going to want to go with. Okay, that's another cool little trick there. And once again, that Chrome extension is free to use. Before we move on and talk about the next thing I want to mention, let's go ahead and look at something that is also really interesting. So if we came over to a Grand Find and we looked at all their products and we found this product here, this is what the page looks like. But if we go back over to their Facebook page, okay, we click back on their info and ads to see what the current ads they're running are. What we want to do is we want to click on this actual Shop Now button and see where that takes us and see if maybe it just doesn't take us somewhere else. And if we do that, we can see it definitely does. So while their store had that product listed, what they're doing is when they're running ads, they're running to something that looks a little bit more like this. And we're going to talk about this now. So what you can see here is this looks much different, doesn't it? Yeah, this looks a little bit cleaner, a little bit better. First of all, we're going to put right there in front of them why they should buy now. They're getting 50% off, so we should definitely shop with this store. Even if it's an arbitrary number and they're selling it for $20, normally it retails for $40. Okay, they're telling you they get 50% off. Okay, sure, I believe you. Now what you're going to notice here, guys, it says looks like you just missed this offer, but it doesn't matter. You can still buy it. Okay, and the reason that is let me try to go ahead and show this to you. I'll go ahead and copy the link to this page. If we open up an incognito window or go ahead and click on that, you can see that they have this countdown timer on here. So that's what happened is I visited this page earlier when I was prepping for this video. That's why if I look at it now, it says the deal expired. But this is adding that sense of urgency. They're giving you an hour and 22 minutes to go ahead and purchase this, meaning, shoot, I better purchase this right now. So some way, somehow, you definitely want to have some sort of countdown timer on there if you're going this route with this kind of gadget stuff, sales stuff, okay? Once again, though, after the time expires, make sure they can still purchase the product, all right? Because we want them to purchase the product if they come back here later. All right, so anyways, we mentioned that this page looks a lot different than the page that's listed just on the product that you can find if you look through the store. One thing you're going to notice here is there are going to be multiple options to buy, okay? Down here, you're going to see the same thing. We're going to see the quantity discount, or the quantity breaks, but it's presented in a much more visually appealing format. They have actual testimonials down here that stand out insanely well. Like these are really highlighted, and this is just the same image from the ad. Okay, I don't know if these testimonials are real or not. Probably not, but that's neither here nor there. That'll be up to you. Down here, you can kind of look and see that they offer the 100% satisfaction guaranteed, and of course their email address. Guys, you're just going to have to do this, okay? Most people aren't going to ask for refunds anyway, so it's not something to worry about. They have important shipping information down here. This is also very important because it's getting close to Christmas, but if people are concerned, you definitely want to have this down here, because what you don't want to do is you don't want people buying and then a week later trying to cancel their order. So you'd rather lose the sale before they purchased than after. So definitely want to have that down there for the people who are overly concerned about that. And what they're doing is they're just probably using some sort of page builder for this. Let's click on it and see if it tells us. And who knows, maybe they had this custom page built because this product was doing well. I don't know. Either way, if you want to use a page builder, like if you go to the Shopify App Store, I think the Shogun page builder is probably the best Shopify page builder on the market. I think it's what most people would recommend that you use. And what this does, it allows you to build those product pages. Super simple. There's going to be a demo there. They'll help you out. I'm sure they have great customer service, but it's all drag and drop to build those pages. So once again, they look more visually appealing. And I guess that's an important point to make. You don't necessarily have to do that with every product in the beginning. But if you have a winner that's really, really going, and the ad's running well, and you're making profit, and you want to scale up, I'd probably then look into building out the page with the Shogun page builder. That way you can increase conversions. But I wouldn't really worry about that in the beginning until you actually have a winner, because it seems to me like it's going to be a lot of wasted time. If it converts, it'll convert on anything. But this page builder will just help you increase your conversions, okay? Which will help you stay more profitable and increase the life of the product. So we pretty much talked out this store here. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that for now. And we're going to focus on looking at the next 3 stores. And the first thing I want to do is look down here towards the bottom of all 3 of these stores. And these are actually on the product pages. What you're going to see here is you're going to see reviews with pictures down here. You're going to see reviews with pictures down here. And you're going to see reviews with pictures down here. Well, as you probably noticed, all of those things looked very similar. And if we just go ahead and click on this, we can see it's powered by Lux. Look at this, powered by Lux. Look at this, powered by Lux. Okay, so this is probably the review app that we're going to want to use on our Shopify store. Reviews are super powerful, whereas I wasn't necessarily worried about building those beautiful pages in the beginning. I would definitely want reviews on my store from the beginning, because reviews are so important. When people come to a store, especially a store they don't know, they're going to want to know 2 things. Is this product as good as it looks? Because people are skeptical, especially as people become more familiar, consumers become more educated on the whole purchasing from some random store process that they saw from a Facebook ad. They're going to want that reassurance that other people have purchased and were happy. So that's why you definitely need reviews, and these reviews with these images are super powerful. Now, what you're going to be thinking here, perhaps, if you're just getting started, is like, if you're a new store, I don't have any reviews. Well, that's why so many people use this Lux app here. And let's go ahead and close out some of this other. Oops, I didn't want to close that out. And if we go down here, you can see you can try it for free. But what I want to point out here is a couple of different things. First, what this app is going to allow you to do is this is going to allow you to pull reviews directly in from AliExpress. So when you're finding your product that you're going to dropship from AliExpress, you can actually use the reviews that are on that product. I mean, that's how they're getting these images, these reviews straight away without having run any traffic to this store. So that's going to be a huge boost there. One thing I do want to show you here, I'll show you right here down the full description. Key features: import reviews even with photos from any source, including one-click import from AliExpress. So super awesome. I mean, just the best way to get reviews and social proof up on your store in the beginning. Let's see. I want to go down to the pricing here. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go down to the advanced model. You can't use the basic here, because with the basic you can't import the images, and you're going to want those images. The other thing you can't do with the basic is you can't pick and choose which reviews you're going to take from AliExpress. This basic will just give you the most recent reviews. You don't necessarily want it. You want to be able to select which reviews go onto your store, because obviously you only want the good ones, and obviously you only want the ones with good images. So you're going to have to go to this advanced plan, but definitely worth the money there. So what I've been doing is I've been looking at a lot of Shopify stores prepping for this video, and what I've been doing is every time I see an ad that looks like it's definitely a Shopify store come through, like on my Instagram feed, I make sure and click on it. I go over to the store, I add stuff to the cart. I don't necessarily purchase it, but what I'm doing is I want Facebook to start showing more of these type of ads to me, so I make sure to engage with every single one I see. That way I can more quickly and more easily look across what's working. Because once again, if you see an ad and it's got, the video has 500,000 views, it's probably a good product. And one thing I'm noticing on a lot of these stores is something up here in this bar, like whether they're offering free shipping, whether they're reassuring us that they have over 300,000 happy customers, whether they're offering some sort of sale. Most of these are having these bars. And this, guys, is super simple. Let's go back into my Shopify store. So depending on what you want to do, there's going to be 2 free apps that allow you to do this. If you want to offer, like, say, free shipping at $100, the free shipping bar by Hexton works out great. Or if you just want to put some sort of message up there, like free shipping worldwide, over 300,000 happy customers, then you can use the quick announcement bar by Hexton. Once again, you can search both of these in the App Store. They're both free, both super easy to use. So I'd recommend using both of those. The reason I definitely wanted to pull up the Bello Mist store is because I like something that they're doing here. And what they're doing is they have this button right here. And what this is it's checked by default. If I'm logged in with Facebook, which I probably am because I probably saw the ad for this store on my Facebook or my Instagram, then what happens here is this is going to essentially get me into their messenger system when I click the add to cart button. So I don't actually have to enter my email on the next page. So what this is going to do is this is going to help you out in a couple of different ways. It's going to be kind of like automatic retargeting. But most importantly, what it is going to be, it's going to be your abandoned cart method. Okay, now you're not going to use this in place of email. What you're going to use this is in addition to email. So when I click on this, even if I don't enter my email on the next page, I'm still in there for Facebook. What that means is I'm going to automatically get reminders from my Facebook Messenger saying, hey, you go back to this store to purchase what you forgot. Okay, so you definitely want to get that on your store. If we go ahead and browse the apps that they're using, once again, it's probably this Facebook Messenger remarketing by Cartback. So guys, this is definitely the one you want to use. You can see it's got 4.9 stars. When I was testing this store, I just really liked the sequence. I really like how the timing of it. So go ahead, check that out. Definitely want to get this app on your store because, once again, it's so important. When someone comes over to your store, you almost have them. At that point, you want to do whatever it takes to win them back. Yeah, abandoned cart emails are excellent. You want to keep those, but you definitely want this in addition to that because, once again, guys, these are your hottest prospects. You're going to be spending money retargeting them, hopefully. Why not spend money, $29 a month, to make sure you're sending them Facebook messages as well? So super, super important. Definitely the one you want to use there. One last thing that I want to talk about before we go into my Facebook Ads Messenger and talk more about the targeting that we want to use, I want to talk about MailChimp for Shopify. Because if you go ahead and get MailChimp connected to your Shopify store, you can set up an automated abandoned cart sequence, and it's free for your first 2,000 subscribers. Obviously, you're going to install the app. Let's go ahead and look over at MailChimp really quickly. So as you can see here, yes, you're definitely getting your first 2,000 subscribers for free. After that, it starts at $10 per month. So super affordable and super important. So if we go to my dashboard here, what you do here is after you connect your store to your MailChimp account, what you can do is you can go under campaigns, actually create a campaign. And what you want to do is you want to go under email. And you want to go under automated. And what you're looking to do is you can do a bunch of things here, but what you want to do is you want to turn on an abandoned cart email. And then after you do that, it's going to ask you to select your store. Once again, you're going to connect those automatically through the apps. Then you can go ahead and set up your abandoned cart email series. And once again, this is going to be free to do. That way, anyone who comes to your store, they put a product in their cart, they enter their email, but they don't go ahead and follow through with the purchase. You can send them email reminders for the next 3 or 4 days. At first, just reminding them. Then as a couple days go by, then you can offer them a discount and so on and so forth. And last but not least, you can offer them a discount plus free shipping or what have you, just so you hopefully can make a couple bucks on the sale there. But that's an important point too. The first email you send probably shouldn't be offering a discount. The first email you send should just be a reminder, maybe like 3 or 4 hours later, because maybe they saw this and they were in their car at a stoplight and they couldn't go through with the purchase, but 4 hours later they'll be at home. You can send them that email. Hopefully they'll complete the purchase when they're sitting on their couch watching Netflix or whatever. But the bottom line is that is just the reminder. Then the following day, then you can give them some more incentive if they haven't already purchased. Okay. All right, now finally we'll go over to my Facebook Ads Manager and we'll talk about targeting for your Facebook ads. All right, so when you go ahead and start a new campaign here, guys, first thing I'm going to suggest that you do, and there's going to be a lot of different theories out here, just go straight to the conversion for purchase. Don't worry about clicks and then conversions for add to cart and then all that crap. just go straight to conversions for purchase. Let Facebook figure it out for you. Okay, go straight to the purchase conversions. Yeah, it might take you an extra 20 or $30 or what have you. But guys, you're going to have to invest some money in this, and just don't overcomplicate it. Facebook algorithms are so smart. I mean, why are you you're trying to outsmart the machines by doing all that? Is kind of my opinion. Just go ahead and start with straight to conversion for purchase ad. Okay. Now, when we get over to targeting, you're going to see a lot of the same themes here. And guys, if you don't know how to run Facebook ads, there's plenty of tutorials out there. I'll go ahead and link to my favorite source in the description below. Basically, guys, if you want to take a course on running Facebook ads, this is the guy you have to go to for a couple of different reasons. First of all, he's the best. I've only taken probably 2 or 3 courses in my entire life, and the Facebook ads course that I took was from this guy. The second thing is he runs ads for big names. I think he ran ads for Kevin Harrington. He's done the ClickFunnels 2 Comma Club, but he also owns his own e-commerce store. So he does a lot of cool stuff that talks about dynamic ads with products for retargeting, just really cool stuff. So once again, I'll go ahead and link to that ads course if you want to take it. Highly recommended. They have Google ads, Facebook ads. I think they have a section now on LinkedIn ads, but definitely the one I'd recommend if you do want to invest some money in your Facebook ads education. But if you just want to kind of learn yourself, that's fine as well too. You don't have to start with a lot of money. You can kind of test and tweak for very little money. But what I want to talk about here really quickly is the targeting. Okay. Once again, we do not want to try to outsmart the machines. Okay, we are not smarter than Facebook's algorithms. Okay, if we go back to this store here and look at the main homepage, once again, we're seeing we're seeing categories from the home, the kitchen, baby, health and beauty, pets, trending toys, and outdoors is the different categories they're going after. Once again, we mentioned from earlier that's probably people in their 30s and 40s. They own a home, they have kids. They're the people who you want to target because they're the ones with the expendable income. So we go down here, we're going to target the United States. What we're also going to do is we're going to look at detailed targeting. Basically, guys, if this is going to be your general store with this product selection or this product line right here, what I would do is I would just type in like parents. Let's see what comes up. Parents with kids like 8 to 12, 6 to 8, 3 to 5. I probably maybe wouldn't go with parents who have newborns because I know a lot of people when they have new babies, especially if it's their first one, they're still trying to get their stuff together. So maybe not waste money targeting them. But this is the sweet spot. Children 3 to 12 years old. You're going to see that's going to give us an audience of 9 million people, guys. Just start running ads. Let Facebook figure it out. Facebook wants to make you successful because if you're successful, then you're gonna scale up. You're gonna continue spending money with them. Let them optimize, starting with this huge audience, to purchases from your Shopify store. Okay, let them do the work. That's what's so great about Facebook ads. Don't try to overcomplicate it. If you did want to narrow your audience down, probably what I would do is I would go down here to let's see, how am I gonna word this? Yeah, okay, so what I would do is maybe take like the top 5% of income, the top 10%, the top 10 to 25%, and then I would take the so basically at this point what you're doing is you're taking the top people who are in the top 50% of income based on where they live. So what we're trying to do is avoid the people who just simply can't afford or don't have the additional disposable income. We're not necessarily going after rich people, but we're just going for people who have money to spend. And once again, that's still going to give us an audience of almost 5 million. So once again, start big, let Facebook do the work. All right, guys, I hope this video was super helpful setting up your Shopify store in the coming year. Obviously, you can see that Shopify dropshipping is alive and well. One thing we do have to remember is that the consumer is becoming more educated. So, some of those things have to be in place. We definitely want to talk about using video ads. As I've been lucky enough, I haven't had to drop ship since 2016. I'm not saying it's not a great place to start, but there are also many other opportunities. If you do want to learn more about those opportunities and how I actually make my money online, there is going to be a link in the description below. You can check that out as well. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments, and we'll try to get to every single question that I see within 24 hours or so. All right, have a great day. We'll see you soon. Go out there and get it done.